Insulating the ceiling in the kitchen is what I'm going to do today. Luckily, it's a warmish day here today. The fire's just gone out, so the living room's nice and warm. But the house overall is terribly cold. I took down the ceiling in the kitchen. There was almost no insulation above. So I bought a lot of this stuff here. It's called Celotex. I've got about 6 inches of Celotex insulation to put up between the joists in the ceiling. With 6 inches, I'll still have an air gap above for air to flow over, but it'll be nice and cozy. I'll be starting the job by myself. It's going to take a few days to do. Towards the end, when Jill's finished her work, she'll come and help me out. But for the moment at least, it's just you and me. Hopefully we'll have some fun together. Well, you'll have the fun watching me. I'll have the pain doing this, up and down the step ladder. But I best stop moaning, drink my coffee, and then get on with the work. See you in the kitchen. Bye for now. Right, Joe's still upstairs working, so I delayed long enough. I'm going to start to put some of the ceiling insulation up. First piece in. Right, so Jill's finished what she's doing, so I'll just cut this piece, put it up in there, then I'll call it a day and come back tomorrow and carry on. Right, that's lovely. We've got a few little gaps here. I'll get some expanding foam, put that in there, but the job is going to be much easier than I first thought. I wasn't looking forward to it, but I actually am now, so until tomorrow. Sunday morning and it's cold. I'm only here for an hour or so. Jill's got the lunch on, but I can get on and put a little bit more insulation up. Step by step, we'll get it done. God, it's so quiet here today. I'm not sure whether I should do this. I think I'll just cut a couple of pieces and then call it a day, unless somebody else starts up a lawnmower or a chainsaw or something. I feel guilty. Right, one job I need to do before I finally put the insulation up is to block up the holes. I just had the material delivered, so I'll fill up the holes and then put the insulation back up. Job done. I had a neighbour come and visit yesterday, and I told him about the problem that next door has with rats. and I told him my plan was to put the wire mesh up above in the gaps like I've done now. And I told him that with the bricks, with the holes in the bricks, I would fill them with expanding foam. I've got the gun there. And he said, yeah, good idea, but based on his experience, he said he's had a lot of mice. He said, get some of this stuff. It's wire wool. And he said, if you get the wire wool, just put some of that in the hole before you put the expanding foam in the event that a mouse or a rat tries to get through the hole, it can start scraping at the expanding foam, and that's fairly soft, but once it comes to this wire wool, it seems like that's a good deterrent. So this whole thing was £5, just been delivered, so I thought give it a try, but nothing to lose. If I can reach all the way back to the holes. Just get my handy dandy cutters. Well, a bit disappointed. I got my wire wool in. I wanted to put the expanding foam in, but my old glue gun, my old foam gun doesn't work. I just bought a new one that doesn't work. So it seems like the cartridges that I've got are defective. So I'm going to finish for the day, go and get some lunch, and I'll be back tomorrow and do some more. Couldn't sleep last night. Streams are things that keep you awake. Even though the kitchen's small, I was thinking we're going to have a work surface along here. So maybe I need another light between these two. On one hand, it'll possibly be overkill. On the other hand, if I don't do it, in a few months' time I'll be saying, oh, I wish I'd done that. So I went to Screwfix today, got another light, and I'll install it. And then I'll be happy. Hopefully, I'll be happy. I'm happy anyway. Yeah, good job. Something I did earlier before I had the camera running. I got my expanding foam gun working again. I filled all of the holes with wire wool. And then I got the glue gun and went along and filled them up. So you may be able to see there, the hairy stuff is the wire wool. Maybe you can see it better there. And filled the holes. I don't think there'll be any mice coming through there now. Right, so now that's done, the insulation back up again. I have a decent sized gap along there. I've just driven a little wedge in it, but I'll cut a little fillet of insulation, poke it into the gap to keep the sheet in place, and then I'll put some expanding foam up along it. Alright, so that's it for tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me just take you around. I'm going to leave this end one open because if the plumber's going to have any leaks, he'll have them here. Also, the electrician's going to come and verify that the earth bonding is correct. So I want to leave the earth cable exposed to make sure he's happy. You can see that the foam is expanding. Tomorrow when it's dry, I'll get my knife and I'll cut the excess foam off. And then what I'll do then is I have some silver tape to tape all of the joints. And after I've done that, I have another layer of 50mm 2-inch Insulating insulation to go onto this. So once it's finished, the insulation's going to be much better than it was before, that's for sure. In fact, whether it's psychological or whether it's real, It certainly feels warmer in here already. It's getting cold outside, but it does feel warmer. So I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to switch the camera off, sweep the kitchen up, tidy up the tools, go home, and be back tomorrow.